I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and safety to the hopefully elect, all the Akim scattered across the four corners, pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. This is 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. So I'm back with another edition of private interpretation. And the prophecy that I'm going to go into is Revelation chapter 11. All right. Because the private interpretation of that scripture is that it's referring to America. Okay. And I'm going to show you through the precepts and through context that is not referring to a place. All right. It's referring to the nation of Edom. All right. The so-called white man. All right. Woman and child. So this is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets and the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldst destroy them which destroyeth the earth. All right, so this them that's being destroyed. All right, the private interpretation that this is referring to America. Okay, and I'm gonna show you to the precept that this is referring to them is referring to the whole nation of Edom, man. All right, every man, woman, and child, meaning destroy what their current rulership. All right, they're going into slavery, man, when the Lord return. All right. So let's get the first precept. We're gonna stay in the book of Revelation, same chapter. All right, in verse 14, and it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, and this word woe, is not referring to the World War III. All right, this third woe is not referring to World War III. This word woe go back to the word grief or lamentations. Okay, and the reason I read that is for context. Okay, so now back down to verse 18. And it reads, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they shall be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints. Okay, so of course these prophets and these saints is only referring to Israelites, the elect. Okay, meaning that reward, they're going to receive that crown. All right, going into the third woe. Okay, the elect receiving that crown, that reward of immortality. All right, so it says, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldst destroy them which destroyeth the earth. All right, now the them is referring to the nation of Edom, man. All right, it's not referring to America. Okay, and we're going to prove that through the precepts. So let's get the first precept in the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. And it reads, the earth, all right, the whole entire earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, not just America, man. All right, so them that destroyed the earth, all right, is referring to the whole nation of Edom. All right, because a blind man can see that the so-called white man, all right, is in rulership, man. Okay, and who gave him the earth, man? Who gave him that rulership in the earth? All right, the Lord, man. All right, and it's going to be the Lord that's going to come destroy him, okay, and take down his rulership. So it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, referring to the nation of Edom. All right, so it says, and shouldst destroy them which destroyeth the earth. All right, who's in control of the earth, man? All right, not just the Edomites in America, man. All right, the Edomites rule the whole known earth right now, man. Okay, so now let's get the next precept. We're going to stay in the book of Revelations. All right, chapter 18. All right, the famous chapter 18 dealing with Babylon, all right? Because Babylon, the private interpretation of that is that that's referring to America as well, all right? And through the precepts, all right, precept upon precept, line upon line, all right, we did the lesson, we broke it down, all right, and gave the correct understanding without any private interpretations, all right? So this is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 2. And it reads, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, all right? And that's going back to them being destroyed, that destroyed the earth, okay? Babylon meaning the whole so-called white race, man, all right? The whole nation of Edom, all right? Being took out of rulership, man, being taken out of rulership. They're going to fall out of rulership, man, okay? And has become the habitation of devils, all right? Now, we have to get some understanding on this here because we all know habitation mean a dwelling place, okay? Okay? So, and this devil is referred to as spirits, man, okay? In the New Testament, an evil spirit, all right? Demons, all right? So that's what that is referring to, okay? So we know evil spirits need somewhere to dwell, all right? They need a habitation, all right? Abroad, a habitation, dwelling place. And we know evil spirits dwell within people, man, okay? So let's get some precepts on that, man, all right? And there's many precepts to prove that point, okay? Reading on in Revelation 18 and 2. And it says, and the hold of every foul spirit, all right, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird, all right. And we know a cage, okay, is a dwelling place, man, okay, as well, all right. And this foul, all right, these foul spirits, meaning, all right, as you can see, in a moral sense, unclean in thought and life, all right. And this is what it's referring to. It's not referring to America, man. Okay. Okay. So it says, we're going to read it again. It says, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is fallen. All right. That's the them. All right. That the Lord is going to destroy. All right. For destroying the earth, man. All right. And that refers to all Edomites, not just Edomites in America. Okay. And is become the habitation, all right, the nation of Edom, all right. Every man, woman, and child is become the inhabitation of devils, all right, of demons, of evil spirits, and the hold of every foul spirit, all right. And we know that foul, okay, in a moral sense, unclean in thought and in life, okay. Impure, okay, lewd, all right, lewd, foul, demonic, all right. So let's go back. And a cage, all right. What is this cage referring to? Okay, let's see. Cage, all right, here in the Strong's definition, a prison, okay, a prison, a place. All right, what place? A place for those evil spirits, those demonic spirits, those foul spirits to dwell, man. Those unclean spirits, man. All right, a prison. All right, a ward. Okay. So going back, in a cage of every unclean. All right, and this unclean, in a moral sense, unclean in thought and life, okay? And hateful bird. Now, let's see what this hateful is referring to, all right? To hate, pursue with hatred, detest it, all right? To detest, Okay, persecute. All right, hatred. All right, and the so-called white man. All right, woman and child. All right, the nation of Edom is detest. All right, it's scriptures proving that point, and they are hated. All right, by all the nations, despised. All right, which is another word for hate. All right, and it also tell you that it was enmity between the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom. All right, so they are detested and hated. All right. So now let's start from the top and read it. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is fallen. All right, that's the same them. All right, in Revelations 11 and 18. All right, the nation of Edom. All right, that the Lord is coming back to destroy, that the destroyer is coming back to destroy, and it's become and has become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. All right, so now let's get some precepts on that. Let's go to the book of Luke 11 and 24. And it says, when the unclean spirit, all right, just like we read in Revelation 18, referring to Babylon, all right, not America, but the nation of Edom. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, because that's where unclean spirits dwell, all right, he walketh through dry places seeking rest, a dwelling place, and findeth none. He saith, I will return into my house. All right, my cage, my prison, all right, my dwelling place, my habitation. All right, so it says, he saith, I will return into my house whence I came out. Okay, so these unclean spirits that's referred to in Revelations, man, 18 and verse 2 is not referring to America, man. It's referring to the nation of Edom. Okay, because this is where unclean and foul spirits dwell, man. All right, let's get some more precepts, man, on that. All right, let's go to the book of Mark. Mark chapter 6 and verse 7. And it reads, and he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth 2 by 2 and gave them power over unclean spirits. All right. So we're going to have power over those unclean spirits. All right. That's going to inhabit the nation of Edom, man. All right. Because the 12 is symbolic of the elect, man. All right. At that time, all right, they was considered the elect, man, the men of the Lord. All right, so this is Mark 6 and 7. It says, and he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth by 2s and 2 and gave them power over the unclean spirits. Okay, so we're going to have power over those unclean spirits, man. All right, so I mean, there's plenty precepts proving the point that these unclean spirits inhabit people, man, men, man. Okay, it's so many precepts. Let me get a few more. This is let's see. Let's get Mark 5 and 2. It's a lot. Mark 5 and 2. And it says, and when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tomb a man with unclean spirit. All right. So that's where these unclean spirits, man, dwell, man. Okay. This is not referring to America. This is referring to the nation of Edom, man. All right. This is a dark saying, man. This is a metaphor, man. Okay. It's a puzzle. It's a riddle. All right. That's solved through the precepts, man. All right. And through the Lord supping with you, man. And through context, reading line upon line. All right. All right. The Bible is poetry, man. Okay. So, like I said, it's plenty precepts. All right. You can get, we're going to jump down to verse 13. And you all know this story. All right. Well, I'm going to just read this for edification's sake. It's Mark 5 and 13. And forthwith Yahweh Shai gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine. All right. Went out of that man. All right. That's referred to in verse 2, and went into the swine. Okay. And the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea. Okay. So these unclean spirits, man, dwell in man. Okay. And as we read in the book of what that was, Luke 7 and 6, Salakia 6 and 7, all right, that the elect is going to have power over the unclean spirits that's going to dwell in the nation of Edom, man. Okay. So going back to the book of Revelations. Going back to the book of Revelations, chapter 18 and verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is fallen. That's referring to the them, all right, the whole nation of Edom, all right. We're going to get a precept. Let's get a precept and prove that point. All right, it's referring to the whole nation of Edom when it's referring to Babylon. Okay, so this is Psalms chapter 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom. All right, the nation of Edom, the Edomites, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon. All right, that's the them. All right, that's going to be destroyed by the destroyer, man, for destroying the earth. Okay, the nation of Edom is not referring to America, man. Okay, it's bigger than just America, man. Old daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. All right, just like we read in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 18. All right, the nation of Edom. All right, the daughter of Babylon. All right, that's the them that's referred to in Revelation 18 that's going to be destroyed. That's not referring to America. That's a private interpretation. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Okay, so going back to Revelations. All right, and read Revelations chapter 11 and verse 18 again, all right, with understanding, all right, without any private interpretation. And it reads, and the nations were angry, all right. We know this is referring to the third woe. And thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they shall be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints. All right, and that's us receiving that immortality, all right, those crowns, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and should have destroyed them which destroyeth the earth. All right, talking to who? Old daughter of Babylon, man. All right, Edom. All right, every man, woman, and child. All right, that's who the destroyer is coming back to destroy. All right, so reading on, so let's go back to Revelation 18, all right, in verse 2. And we're going to read this with understanding without any private interpretations. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, all right, the nation of Edom, the great is fallen, all right. They're going to be destroyed and is become the habitation of devils, all right. and the hold, okay, meaning a dwelling place, all right, habitation, a hole, a cage, all right, the habitation of devil, and the hole of every foul spirit, all right, and a cage, a dwelling place, all right, of every unclean, all right, meaning lewd, okay, foul, and hateful bird, man, meaning to be detested, man, all right. The scripture in Obadiah tell you that they're despised, all right, by the other heathens, okay. So that's the nations, man, those other heathens, all right, that despise, all right, the nation of Edom, all right. And it tells you in Genesis, all right, how there's enmity, okay, between who? The serpent seed and the woman seed, all right, referring to Jacob and Esau, man, all right, verse 3. And all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, all right, with the nation of Edom, all right, not just with the Edomites in America, all right, with the Edomites all over the earth, man, because they control the whole known earth, man. They're in their current kingdom, man. This is their kingdom, all right. The whole earth was given unto the nation of Edom, man, all right. The scriptures read that they shall be called the border of wickedness, and their border is the whole earth, not just America, all right. So it says, and the merchants of the earth, all right, talking about all these businessmen, all right, from all the other nations, man, all right, no matter if he Ishmael, Moab, Elam, okay, Ham, all right, and the merchants of the earth, all right, the businessmen of the earth, all right, the other heathen nations are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. All right, now let's look up this delicacies. All right, and this delicacies what? Luxury. All right. All right, to live in luxury, man. All right, in the so-called white race, no matter wherever they're at in this earth, they're living in luxury, man. All right, not just in America. Okay, they're living in luxury all over this earth, man. Okay. So, reading on verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. All right, and this voice is the voice of Yahweh Shai. All right, this is us physically, all right, being beamed up. Okay, all right, this is the third woe. This is us receiving that reward. All right, meaning that immortality, that crown. All right, that salvation. Okay. So let's get a precept to prove that this is Yahweh Shai's voice. All right. Let's see. This is I believe it's a lot. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. All right. So it reads, for the Lord, all right, Yahweh Shai himself shall descend from heaven. All right. Revelation 7:2, all right, from the east, okay, with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the power, and the dead in Yahweh shall rise first. All right, this is the resurrection. All right, so the ones that's dead in Yahweh Shai going to rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the cloud, in the chariot, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. All right. So is this going to only take place in America? All right, or through the four corners of the earth? Let's go back to Revelations. All right. Chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven. All right. That's the Lord. All right. That's going to descend from heaven with that shout, saying, come out of her, my people. All right. Delivering the elect in the cloud. All right. That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. All right. So is this going to only take place in America? All right. Because the private interpretation that this chapter is referring to America being destroyed and the elect being delivered from America. All right. But the Lord's people, all right, the elect is scattered to the four corners of the earth. All right. So if this the Lord delivering his people, all right, he says, come out of her, my people. All right. So if this the Lord delivering his people, all right, referring to the elect, the 144,000 and they houses, okay? This is not just referring to America. This referring to the whole earth, because the Lord's people, the Lord's elect is going to be delivered, all right, from the four corners of the earth, man. Okay? So basically that's the point on that, man, you know? So this is not referring to the Lord, all right, coming back to destroy America. All right. This is the Lord coming back to destroy them. All right, referring to the nation of Edom. Okay, not America. All right. That destroys the earth, man, because the Edomites across the whole earth, all right, has a hand in that, man. Just like the Lord is going to deliver the elect in their whole house. The Esau and his whole house is going into slavery. All right. This is not just referring to the Edomites in America. This is referring to the Edomites. All right. The whole nation of Edom. All right. That's referred to as what? Babylon, man. All right. That's going to fall. Fall from where? From rulership, man. All right. And basically, man, I hope y'all brothers was edified. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.